All right. The land of the spooks. Real. Spooky audio. Herbert's trunk was wrapped in rope. Should right quick close Facebook out. Move this. Reopen this. Alright. Get myself nice and re-immersed in the spooky land of Spooknesia. Yep. That's a bird. And I'm stuck. There we go. Let's see. Alright. Oh, my eyes.
Let's see what you have to offer. What a mess. I should have sharpened the saw, but I can sense it. It's definitely there.
Crouching? Oh, okay. I can't read that. Further disappointment. The Antiquarian's latest findings yield nothing. I am still unable to grasp the inner workings of life and its relation to the power I sense within it. I shall pursue more books on the subject, but I suspect it will be in vain. Since no research has been made in my particular interest, I must attempt to fill that void myself. Clearly, humans emanate more of the energy I seek, but I hope animals will suffice, as they will prove less of a hassle to acquire. You ugly. Oh. Assuming they didn't stick with the animals. Interesting. there. And I guess should make sure this is working. There we go, perfect. Nothing of interest around here. Is there? No. Just thought I'd come in here. Anything laying on this desk that I might like? Behind bones. Behind you, Mr. Skelly Man. No. Headshot. So nothing. Okay. Did I find something? No. Any candles in here? Nice. There we go. Let me close you. Perfect. Excuse me? What the hell was that? Is that me? What'd I throw? Oh, okay. Barrel landed on the, alright, got it. Let's see. Letter regarding the discovery of an orb. Oh boy. My most trusted student and friend, John Weir. The most remarkable thing happened as I was traveling through the Parisian woods this summer. I finally found one of the orbs I've been looking for the last 20-odd years. It is as inexplicable as the heliodromist described it in the Taurus Concludius. It was as it was told about, an underground Mithrix temple crowned with the unearthly artifact. The orb was big enough to fill my cupped hand, and the texture was smooth and jagged. Its color washed while rich. Contrast is not enough to describe its nature. It was an impossibility, an artifact, or an artifictual paradox captured within stone. I was staying in a nearby village called Alstelt, investigating one of the antiquated trails. I finally found the cavern. I went inside, and suddenly I could verify the truth of these enigmatic artifacts. They were real. To understand, most important discovery of my life, but it has also become my greatest fear. As I entered the underground chamber, I could feel that I was trespassing. Because of my curiosity, I did my best to fight these instincts and fetch the orb from its place. I scrambled out of the chamber and into the woods. I could sense something was following me. It bayed loudly as it closed in. The beast, the guardian of the orb, was relentless in its pursuit. I made my way to a nearby ravine where I stumbled upon some men fishing in the lake. I tried to warn them as I passed, but fortunately they remained as I continued to escape. When I heard their cry of pain echo through the valley, I felt such a tremendous sense of relief, thinking I would be spared. Suddenly, a blue shimmering light engulfed me, and the colors of the forest were washed away before my eyes. I kept running through the bleak surroundings. The trees had turned charcoal black with leaves of cinder, the ground covered in murky water. I pressed through the drenched land as the glowing ember gave way to the rising wind, and it rained on me. I could hear pleading screams in the distance as I joined in pain, and fear took over me. I fell to the ground, grasping for the air. This certainly must sound strange, but I had been carried miles away across the Alps to a grassy field outside Genoa. The Guardian had taken the orb from me, but still until this day I fear its return. Sometimes I lay awake at night, listening for the howling cry I heard in the forest. It has been nearly a decade since that day, and I haven't been able to write about the incidents. The last time we spoke, you told me about your interests in ongoing research into the mythic orbs, and I realized I owed you the truth about my visit to Alstad. Your friend and mentor, Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa. Alright. Anything in here of interest? Looks like a no. So, what's actually around here? Because oh. Alright. It's always here. Alright. So I went in there already, but nothing happened, I guess. Looked around, found a cupboard of skulls? Alright. Go on with it. Hello. When will it be my turn? Have I not shown restraint? My patience spans centuries. From where I came, mankind has not even wasted a breath. Yet I bow to you. I have done much for you, and I have gained nothing in return. Agrippa, I trusted you. It was I who, in all fairness, should have entered the gate. Emergency decelerator? 17, 16 left. Saw blade. Yeah. Cost some murder with a saw blade. If the elevator breaks down again, make sure to use the steam engine to build up pressure before channeling it into the machinery. Adjust the levers to get the right amount of pressure inside the chamber. The meter should read up 8, down 8. Make sure the flow is set accordingly to the following chart. Trinity steam set functions. 4-phase amplitude or amplitude. Complete steam flow cycle. Machine will not check proper configuration until all rods are inserted. Alright. No. It's convenient. Tinder boxes lying around? No? Okay. Maybe. Nice. See, last one of those I found exploded on its own. Alright. Out the window. You can do it. I believe. No. That's kind of what I felt like, I think, 2 springs ago when we hit an ice storm. And all the trees in the neighborhood fell over. Almost lost my car to that storm, actually. And almost my life, too. I was a bit slower. I definitely would have been hit by a tree. We tried to fit the pieces together, but like the stand dunes, they shifted when you weren't looking.
You have an ascendant.
descending room. Will it take us to the inner sanctum?
It will definitely take care of the vertical part of our journey. So, you have ridden an elevator before?
Yes, the Colosseum at Regent's Park has one. It takes you to the gallery where you can view the panorama.
Good. This ride might be a little longer, and in the other direction.
Spooky. Okay. It's locked. Around here.
Don't forget your bag, Daniel.
I won't, Herbert.
There is no shame in using a parasol in the desert. As it happens, it's imperative to your survival.
But it looks ridiculous.
The shade will hurt much less than dying, I assure you.
Alright. He climbed out of bed and looked out the window. It was completely dark. He waited, glanced at the old clock, and waited some more. 4 o'clock, he thought, it's enough. Welcome to the storage. Eyes adjust. Fuck. Hi. No one's here. I assure you. Okay. Don't hear any more footsteps. Guessing the music going is a good thing. Hello. Cats, what are you doing? Why can't I take one of these braziers with me? Options are down there and this way. Flashback says this way.
Please, let me go. I won't tell anyone, I swear. I just want to go home. No! Get away from me! Leave me alone!
I want this box with me. Light sources down here. Candle. Rusted. Bug, get lost. Drill parts, huh? What all do I have? 6. Alright. Another tinderbox. Hello. So, drill parts. Okay. So missing part of the part to drill still. Liking all these tinder boxes. Ooh. Tinder box and laudanum. Alright. Tinder box. Perfect. Lots of oil. Else of interest in here? Doesn't look like it. Spooky. Got bricks and shit. Alexander, I have prepared the explosives you needed for clearing the flood drain. I can't stress enough how important it is that the mixture is handled with care. Please try to tell your feather-brained servants this before you go ahead with your plans. The liquids are not by themselves explosive and should be kept separated to avoid further mishaps. I have arranged 2 large vats in the next room for the ingredients. All you need to do is mix the liquids and you're ready to go, Agrippa. Alright. I have a chemistry pot still, so I guess that's for storing it. So all I'm missing now is part of the drill. Wherever that may be. Might be elsewhere in the castle, maybe? Not looking like it's around here. Budge. So where's that last drill part? Have I checked here yet? Oh, here it is. Hand drill. My mouse is gonna die. God damn it. Primarily? Oops. Explosive. spooky down here. Is it a chest? No.
Why are you doing this? Get away from me!
You are a marker. My daring escape. Some light up in here. Pretty bummed out that my mouse is about to die. Nope. Fuck. Well, I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna check the other door. Yes, this looks much safer. Ooh, oil. Dinner box. Couple of pig bodies. Please don't come in here. I have no reason to. Oh, while I'm waiting for him to do his thing, mouse can go on its charger. Can go away now. I won't be angry. Okay, just a small bit of juice. Metal gear my way out of here. Oh, the door hadn't broken down yet. Right. Oh shit. Oh, time bomb's not gonna go down. You alright there, buddy? Can't do a little bit too much for you? I'll leave you to you. You do your thing there. Oh, we did it. Flashback, go away, cat. What are you playing with? You should stop. Hey, kitten. What are you playing with? Thoroughly spooked. Got something in here? Maybe? No. In case of missing rod, I've said a full set of 3 rods unavailable. There is 1 rod in the inner study rooms, which might work in case the elevator breaks down again. Unless it is absolutely necessary, always use the spare rods in the storage before using a mended one. Do you see me? I made a spooky sound I wasn't okay with. He sees me. Look into this light. Can I jump over this? Nope. I'm just gonna stare at this candle for a bit. Paper. No, it's a piece of steel. Much better than paper. Give. Damn it. Hi. Oh! Nope, that's after that. That's mine. Have that. No, thank you. Leaving now. Goodbye. I never want to see you ever again. No. No. Thank you, you're unhappy. I'm not stopping. Oh, it's another one. Oh, he's right there. Oh, it's bad. Excuse me. Pardon me. Coming through. I don't see you, therefore you don't exist. He's taking swings at me. Nope. Nope. Door's right here. Almost there. Got it. Whew. This used to be a nice hallway. I'll be honest. I didn't find an elevator key. Study, I've been there. Go here. Yes.
My journal is gone. What would they want with my journal?
Control back. I control back, okay.
Getting closer, somehow.
Hello.
2nd of July, 1839. I received a letter today from the Algerian governor's office disclosing the fate of Herbert's expedition. About a week after my departure, Abdullah, one of the men traveling with us, returned from the desert. He was badly injured, as if maimed by a lion. The man rambled deliriously about the expedition being attacked by something horrible. The French quickly dispatched a search party to look for the expedition. After searching for days, they found the camp abandoned without any trace of Herbert or his men. Tomorrow, I'll retrieve the things they recovered from Herbert's tent at the customs house. I don't know what to make of it, but I'm worried for him.
Can I get my vision back? It's very hard to see. Okay, get it? I was pretty badly spooked, but I'd like to see things.
3rd of July, 1839. Today I picked up Herbert's things at the customs house. I dug through the trove of documents he had carried and found a log detailing the expedition. The nature of this text ranged from quick notes to colourful accounts of transpired events. I skimmed the pages, trying to figure out what might have happened. May 17th, the day I was trapped inside the orb chamber, Herbert dryly states, "Recovered Daniel after 1 hour of entrapment." This confused me greatly. I was suffocating within minutes. How could I have lasted an hour? I continued reading the peculiar text. Herbert states his facts without judgment or passion, but suddenly I could read frustration into his text. He pushed his men to investigate the underground tomb, an effort which seems to have strained the minds of his men. Madness spread through the ranks, and Herbert had to take some extreme measures to continue. He finally visits the chamber himself, where he retrieves the orb to the surface. His account confuses me greatly. If he has the orb, what are those pieces in my drawing room?
Crowbar. Get him.
The key. Please, let it be here. 4th of July, 1839. It's done. The orb is assembled. I was awakened by an exhausting nightmare. Shaking and sweating, I retired to the drawing room with a cup of tea. The relic pieces lay spread across the table as I'd left them, but somehow I knew how it was supposed to be. I fetched the tar, which I had prepared to fix the pieces together, and without fault I joined them, producing the orb I remembered so clearly. The tar proved unnecessary. It was pushed out from the joining pieces as they merged on their own, with no adhesive. The ancient stone relic now rests on my table. Its immaculate surface and perfect shape could have been molded by a factory. This is all too strange.
Nope.
God, there it is. I guess it is a good place to hide it then.
Put this. Machine room key. Why did everything go red? Okay. Goop. Machine room key. Sir William Smith had been mocked. There was no way for him to know that the young man from the other day cast such a terrible shadow. Rest in peace, Sir William Smith. Forever in our hearts.
5th of July, 1839. Today, I went to the university looking for answers. I was able to sneak into Herbert's office and pick up an address book along with some relevant textbooks. Professor Taylor at the Faculty of History was very helpful, and I managed to approach the subject of the orbs. The most interesting aspect was the prevalent trace they had left in our culture. The mythic orbs may, in fact, have inspired the globus cruciger, which so many royal regalia holds to this day. In ancient times, the orbs were held by priests as a symbol of the sun and its power. As I was leaving, I overheard a disturbing conversation. Sir William Smith, the geologist, was killed last night. Less than a fortnight had passed since I'd asked for his expertise. I know it's silly, but I can't help feeling responsible somehow.
Call this in like 15 minutes because my mouse is gonna die. Unfortunately. Valuables. Yeah. Yeah, flashing light on the mouse. What's I get for not plugging it in last night? Left it to discharge. Well, that's uneasy. Or words. Alright. Like a candle in here or something? Ha. Perfect. I'll take oil. Tinderbox. Right. These are coal barrels? Yes. So, coal. Three-pointer. Damn. Damn. I'm not good at the hoops. Where are these after they've been placed? More coal. Oh, this is more coal. Oh, is it now? This burner's a lion sack shit. Although, you are on fire. Snuggles up. Alright. Oh. It's, missing some gears there, huh? This thing here, you here? With this particular piece of machinery? You were. And more in here? Looks like an astounding no. Cogwheel. Here's one. Let's toss you down there. Cogwheel in here? Aha, there is. And a note.
14th of July, 1839. I've read every book I can find on the subject. While rich in legend and hearsay, my knowledge is lack for the insight I crave. I've sent letters to many in Herbert's address book and received answers of varying importance. Today, I got one which differed greatly from the others. From a baron in Prussia. He said nothing about the quaint stories of priests in underground temples. He didn't even mention them. He simply wrote, "I know. I can protect you. Come to Brennenburg Castle." Signed,
Say hi, you.
Alexander. What am I to make of this? Protect me from what? Is someone after me? I looked up Brennenburg and traced it to the Prussian woods near the Baltic Sea. While being the least informative letter I've received, it causes me greatest distress and interest. As I write, my thoughts are drawn to my nightmares, in which a most disturbing sound calls to me.
Here, where'd you go?
A sound defying description. A voice from the void. The last few weeks have been awful, with so many sleepless nights dreading a repeat of those horrid dreams. Tomorrow, I shall visit my physician, Dr. Tate, in hope that he can provide me with sedatives to help me sleep.
Did you sneak under here? No. Yeah, snuck off somewhere. Oh, she is.
Oh, so wrong.
No? Okay. Alright, ooh, another note. There are only 2 spare rods left in the storage for the elevator machinery. Make sure to only discard the ones which are badly damaged and keep the others in the inner study rooms in case all 3 would crack again. Four-phase. Flow. And Trinity. Oops. Trinity. looks to be some letters thing when I read before. It's the back hall, so no. There it is. So it was 8 down, 8 up. So Romans, that's 5. 8. 5, 7. You're really stupid at my feet, you. Scoop, damn it. Yeah. Heavily, trying his best to keep himself from screaming. The medicine cabinet had been overturned and lay collapsed on the floor. He reached through the broken glass door and grabbed all the sedatives he could find. Someone to breathe. Now, no going back, I guess. Ow. Dick. Alright then. Later. The strange letter frightened him, but it was also the only one which offered some comfort. I have to call this here. My mouse recharge. Servants avoided him, yet he knew he was defended. They're all spilled with thick wine and successfully cremated by clove and sage. I am alive. Fuck out. The elevator ejected me at the moment of impact. Only a few cuts and bruises.
Come. This way.
What was that?
Forgive me, I should have warned you. One of my responsibilities as a Baron is that of a prison warden. This is where criminals are locked up.
Like a dungeon?
Very much so. Come, don't linger.
Alright. Does it for now. See you guys next time I play this, probably tomorrow night.